All right. For more reaction to the hearing is Republican Congressman Mike Turner, senior member of the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. Congressman, welcome to you. I know you are part of the committee again in doing this latest testimony. And what I thought was most poignant when you were interviewing the former chairman, Doug Shulman, you mentioned that you're from the same hometown community and you're curious whether or not it reflects this IRS scandal, the values of the democracy from where you are from. And in reading the transcript, I mean, it didn't even seem like he engaged you on a question as simple as that. What's your reaction?
Yeah, Lori, it was extraordinary because here's a gentleman who is saying, I wasn't involved, I didn't know, I didn't have any responsibility. But when you ask him, well, you know now, what do you think of it? Does it violate the values of our democracy for your government to target people and persecute them based on their political beliefs? He demurs. He refuses to say that it doesn't, that it violates our values. I certainly think it does. There was also a tremendous amount of irony where Ms. Lerner invoked the Fifth. She cited her constitutional rights not to answer questions about her involvement or the IRS's involvement in denying others their constitutional rights.
So is there anything more Congress can do or ask Ms. Lerner? Is there anything that any action to take? Can they hold her in contempt of Congress?
Absolutely. Well, she did confirm the answers that she gave from the IG as being correct under oath. So she did, in effect, enter a testimony into the record, but she wasn't subject, as many members pointed out, to any cross-examination. I think there will be certainly an effort by Congress to try to bring her forward and compel her testimony in areas that would not be self-incriminating. But I think it's interesting that she's concerned that she may be facing criminal prosecution. I think certainly people need to go to jail in this. I've introduced a bill that says that if any IRS employee should target citizens, taxpayers, based upon either their religious or political beliefs, those individuals should go to jail.
All right. So we've had 3 days of testimony across many committees now. So where are we? What information do we have? What information do we still need to get? And are you just personally frustrated at this process? I mean, it seems like it's just even tougher than pulling teeth with these IRS officials.
Right, and you see a lot of deception going on. I mean, basically what you have is the questions from Congress of who, what, when, and where, and you have the answers of almost as if this spontaneously happened in the IRS. The one thing that we know is this didn't spontaneously happen. People directed this. People, certainly were conspiring for this. They need held accountable. They need held accountable.
Do you think it influenced the outcome of the elections? Question I'm asking a lot of congressmen lately.
Well, certainly one of the things that they were trying to do was to hold back these groups, to not only persecute them and, put them under greater scrutiny, but make it so that they were not able to operate. When you have one arm of the government trying to prevent people from criticizing the government, you certainly aren't operating within a democracy.
What can you tell Americans so that we feel a little more confident in the IRS? I mean, we were already intimidated by the IRS before all of this, and now it just makes matters so much worse. Just for everyday people, I mean, can you give us some confidence here, Congressman Turner, that, we're not going to be improperly audited and, if we're a little late in our taxes, we can still go about the proper avenues to make that right?
I think people certainly have a right and a reason at this point to be concerned about the IRS. Certainly when we listen to someone like Mr. Shulman, who can't even articulate that it was wrong about what occurred, I think Congress is going to get to the bottom of this. They're going to hold the people who did it accountable. But even more so, by the time this is all over, I believe that this will be, written in the law books as a crime. And I think that, taxpayers will have the ability to hold the IRS personally accountable if they're subject to persecution.
We'll leave it there. Congressman Mike Turner, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.